Well, how's it going, everyone? Chris Hare here, the world champion crypto cowboy, hanging out in the Spur Dungeon on a Sunday. It's cold in Texas. There's about 5 inches of sleet on the ground. It is an absolute mess outside. So I'm going to hold up in the shop. Well, there was just $130 million worth of longs liquidated on the crypto space just a few minutes ago. And we talked about this yesterday, and it kind of raises some big concerns about what exactly is going on here. But I'm going to circle around. I'm going to give you a grand tour of the shop here. This is where I work on all my spurs. And I've been doing these Yeti cups. See if I can find it here. There it is. I put a Bitcoin logo on them. I can do Ethereum, XRP, kind of whatever you want. But they're a pretty cool thing. It's a Yeti cup. I'm going to put them on the store you see at the bottom of the videos here in the next couple of days. I just got to get some good pictures of them. But yeah, but to give you an idea, there's some spurs I've been working on. Just a lot of cowboy stuff going on. But let's talk about what's going on. It's an absolute mess. What's happening? Well, we talked about it last night in previous videos that I thought there was a pullback coming. I dropped an altcoin video this morning and right before the pullback and said I think there's some kind of pullback coming, and that's exactly what's happened. It does raise some concerns because, as you saw in the video last week, last week, I actually did it yesterday. My days are all tied together with all this winter stuff and not being able to get out of the house. But I said there was a lot of similarities between 2022 and exactly where we were, and we really needed to see some upside there, and we didn't get it. So I do have some concerns that maybe we're going into a bear market. I think about 86,500 is our line in the sand. It's a critical point that we need to close above today if we're going to think about any kind of upside. If we close below that, guys, that's the weekly 50 smooth moving average on the Bitcoin chart. And I think we're in for something pretty ugly, probably around $50,000 if we're being realistic. There was some news that came out over the weekend, a couple pieces of news that I think are relevant and things that we're going to have to keep in mind. Trump said that he would consider tariffs on Canada if they move through with their China deal. He doesn't want whatever Canada's about to buy coming through U.S. borders without some kind of fee attached to them. I'm not going to get into the politics of that, just like I'm not going to get into the politics of there may be a government shutdown in about 6 days. And it just creates a lot of uncertainty in the market. So people are very concerned about what's going on, including me. So what am I doing right now? Well, I opened a short this morning on Bitcoin just because it was the right place. When we got that pullback in my mind, following the 2022 charts, it was a good place to do it. I put my stop loss above the 15-minute 50 moving average. So I'm safe now. I've taken a little bit of profit. Stop loss is at break even. If it doesn't go, I get stopped out and we live to fight another day. But I haven't lost any money on the trade. It was just the right place to do it. From there, I'm going to wait and see what happens tonight. I really want to see what happens at New York Open tomorrow. I think we're going to get a big exclamation point on whatever's going on. If we don't get that, I think we get a bunch more chop, a bunch more sideways. It's just going to be a dismal week and just another week of sitting out. I'm not worried about it. I'm looking for the big moves. It's not a swing trader's paradise right now. It's barely any kind of paradise right now. Market makers are just tracking liquidity and just bouncing the charts up and down, grabbing every bit of liquidity. So it's a great place to sit. You can't lose money if you're not in a trade, guys. That's just the way I look at it. I want to play from a place of strength. I want to make sure that we're making good trades. So that's just where I'm at. As far as my spot bags are concerned, I did make some small spot purchases while we've been consolidating here. It was the right place to do it, but I'm not real worried about it. If we go on down, I'll just dollar cost average. I'll bring that average cost down. And I'll prepare for the next kind of cycle if we're indeed following a 4-year cycle just like we always have. I wanted to think that things maybe were different this time, but in the here and now right now, it doesn't look that way. That doesn't mean things can change. We know things can change. Last week we were bullish. This week we're staring down a bearish chart. It's just the way it is. It's crypto. It's the riskiest asset class there is out there. So if you can't stomach the volatility, guys, it's probably not the thing for you. I don't think it's one of those things that you're going to make $1 million overnight. I think those days are gone. You just have to make smart moves and wait on things. If you want to do safe moves and slower moves, you know, maybe stocks and metals are the place for you. Crypto's just not that. But that's kind of where I am right now. I'm just kind of waiting and seeing, holding pattern. We'll see what kind of news comes out today. If there's more news, maybe I'll do one of these walk and talks again. If we start really dumping, I'll circle back around. But we'll get back to a Bitcoin update tonight. We'll try to get a game plan for the rest of the week. Might throw in another altcoin. It's been a while since I've done an ICP, but go ahead and check out that store. I've got a lot of cool things on there. We've got some Bitcoin merchandise along with some crypto cowboy merchandise. I think you might like to see that. And like I said, I'm going to get those cups on in the next few days. But I'm going to wrap this one up for now. We got the Super Sunday thing coming out here in a couple hours, so I want to get into that. It's about 12 o'clock Texas time on the Crypto School YouTube channel, so you're going to want to check that out. A great lineup of coaches talking today, and maybe we can get a better idea of what everybody else is thinking as well. I'll wrap it up there. I'll circle back around with some more videos tonight. Chris Hare, the world champion crypto cowboy. I really appreciate you watching. We'll see you down the road.